Hey everybody, come on up. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. Grab yourself your water, grab yourself your coffee, and come on up and let's get to talking. What do we want to talk about this week? The train's running. If you hear a lot of noise, that's the train. I put my hair back the color that I had it because I didn't like that low lights that my brother put in it. It was just too much and too busy. My husband didn't like it and I didn't like it, so I put it back this color. And I put some highlights of red in it. So let me show you the mountains. They're still beautiful. Let me show you. They're still beautiful. See the train? Let me show you the train running down there. Can you see the train running on the track? Right there. It's a long, long train. Going all the way down through there full of coal. Boy, I'd like to have some of the money. Woo, that's a little too close. Let's get that back there. I'd like to have some of the money that coal, that just a couple of those cars got in them. That would be awesome. So what I don't really have a story, but what I wanted to come out and tell you is, and I will tell you a few things about our Christmas past. The coal trucks are really running today too. Where they had off for Thanksgiving, now they're having to make double time. So everybody works on Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays. So 7 days a week, which some of the miners like because that helps them get through Christmas. The boys are down in the creek fishing. Today, it's warm, very warm. I mean, you see what I have on. Kind of a summery outfit because it's very, very warm. So, yeah, just very nice. I think it's 65, 70 here today, something like that. So I brought coffee because I've really been into the flavored coffee lately. Diva's sitting here with me. Come on, Diva, and say hi. She's getting so fat. Look at there. Look at there, Diva. Look at there. Say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. That's my baby girl. Yeah. That's my baby girl. Her just loves her mama. She slept right next to me last night. She usually sleeps in her little bed between me and my husband, but she got out of her bed and got down right by my side and curled right up next to me. Her was her mama. Yes, her was her mama. Yeah. Okay, get back down there and lay down, honey. But I wanted to tell you, when my kids was little, they knew their dad loved Pepsi in the big bottle then. You know, it's Pepsi in a big bottle. And they knew their dad loved nuts. He likes nuts, you know, walnuts that he can crack himself. And that's just what he's always loved. So he always was just, well, if he had him a bottle of Pepsi and a bag of nuts. So, and then I'll tell you another funny story. Thinking of the nuts, it gives me a funny story, and I laugh every time I think of it. But I'll tell you, they never did figure out that their dad, I mean, as they got older they did, but they never did figure out that their dad was Santa Claus. Because I tell them, I'd say, now listen, kids, our Santa that comes here doesn't like cookies and milk. He likes Pepsi and nuts. So we got to leave him some nuts and leave him a Pepsi. So we'd put a few little nuts with the nutcracker and a bottle of Pepsi under the tree on Christmas Eve. But they never figured it out. Let me get a drink. It's kind of warm. They never did figure it out. So then one time we was in Ohio, and my mom knew that my husband liked nuts, so she had bought nuts. Or was it, no, Mom and Dad was down here, and she brought my husband a bag of nuts in the big bag, you know, like this. And my husband had them in his lap. Y'all are gonna die. You're just gonna die laughing. Now, if you knew my mother, you would even laugh harder. But She was something else. But anyway, my husband had those bag of nuts in his lap. Well, she went over and dove her hand down in the nuts. And now my husband and my mother got along. My husband never, ever disrespected her. And my mother, I think she loved my husband. I mean, you know, they never had problems. So, but for some reason, my mother got on my husband's nerves. But now he never would say nothing to her. He always, you know, if she got to him too bad, he'd just take off on a walk. But she dove her hand down in those nuts. And he said, Margaret, there's no bigger nuts in the bottom. She said, well, how did she say it? How did he say it anyway? He said, Margaret, the nuts on the top are the same as the ones on the bottom. She said, well, I'm trying to get to see if I can find bigger ones. He said, you keep going, you're going to. And he got mad at me because he thought that I should have stopped her. And he said, your mother violated me. And I just thought it was so funny. I loved it. I loved it when he got embarrassed, and I loved it when things happened to him like that. But I wanted to tell you about that. And I also wanted to tell you, this time of year here in West Virginia, some of the churches here, they do live nativity scenes. So I'm going to try to vlog some of those. I'm going to see if I can't find some churches that are doing the live nativity. Now, the church I went to years ago, we did live nativity, and it was such a hit. And we gave out free hot chocolate and popcorn and cookies and stuff like that, and had a blast. Now, some of the churches still do it, and some of them, you know, they're getting away from the old ways, is what I call the old ways. Also, this is the first year in 6 years, that I will be baking my holiday cookies. And I make sugar cookies. I make a cookie that I invented myself called a monster cookie. I named it a monster cookie. I know there's a monster cookie out there, but I call it a monster cookie because it has so many things in it. I make chocolate chip, and I make the best peanut butter cookies your mouth or your tongue's ever slapped. So I'm hoping to be able to film that and maybe do it in time to where some of you all may be able to try it. Now, I don't do, I wish I could. I've even went and tried to find a program, an editing program that I could learn, but I am just illiterate when it comes to cameras, not phones. I can figure out a phone, but I can't figure out how to put film together. If I had someone to do it and could send it to them, let them do it, and then send it back, I could probably do it. But I can't, so I'm going to do it like they do in television, through the magic of television. Through the magic of, I'll do one, I'll go ahead and mix up I'll film, I'll mix up a batter of my sugar cookies is what I'm going to do. And then I'll do it off camera and bake some, and then I'll show those to you and the batter to you, and then I'll bake some while I'm on camera, and I'll mix up a small batch while I'm on camera of the sugar cookies. Those you let set in the refrigerator overnight, so I'll mix them up the day before, and then what I'll do is I'll mix some up on camera, and I'll put them in and bake them off the next day, but I'll bake up what I've already mixed. And then I'll do another day, I'll film the chocolate chip like that, and I'll do my peanut butter and my monster cookies like that. So I hope y'all are having a good day, and I hope it's warm where you're at. I hope it stays like this all winter long. My sister, she says, no, I want it to be cold enough to freeze out all these bugs, but bugs don't bother me, but cold does. And it just causes our electric bill to go so high in the winter if there's a bug there. Our electric bill to go so high in the winter, and I'm not working this year. We can't afford a big, high electric bill. So if it stays like this, we're not going to have to turn our heat on. And we do have a small wood burner that we can just break the chill in the house with. So, hope y'all are having a grand day. Diva's laying here beside her mama. Let me show you. If you can see her laying here beside her mama. And just enjoying this beautiful weather. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Great rest of your week. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We're making friends here. And throw that thumb up in the air. Share me around, because I want to travel, and you're the only way that I'm going to get to. I love you guys. I really do. When I say I love you, I don't love you from the bottom of my heart, but I love you with my whole heart. So have a great day, and I'll see you probably this week, I'm hoping to. The job thing is, I'm getting so discouraged. I put in three applications on Monday. And one said, you can take an application, but I'm not hiring. The other one said, you got to have this, you got to have that. I took in all 3 of my letters of recommendation. I took in everything that I needed, and then my diploma, my GED that I had wasn't good enough, so I got to take that back this Monday. They wasn't in on Friday. And then I had other things I had to get done on Thursday. So anyway, hope y'all are having a great day. I love you, and I'll see you on the flip. Bye.